Here we are on the Homestyler homepage, www.homestyler.com. Now I'm going to I've logged in with my Autodesk account, and I'm going to go straight in and click on Create New Design. This is the screen that you'll be presented with when you start the designer. Let's have a look at the interface. This is the designing area. Down the left hand side are all of your drawing tools. Let's have a look. If I click on the home icon here, there are the building tools, so rooms, doors, windows, stairs and fireplaces. The furnishings tab, decorations and landscaping and outdoor. Along the top I've got my save icon, my undo and redo button, my file menu, edit menu, different views, sharing my design on Facebook, Twitter or email, my help menu, the view 2D and 3D, snapshot button for taking photorealistic snapshots, the floor view that you're on. Now this being a single floor design, we're not going to be concerned with that one. This is the zoom slider, so I can zoom in and out on this. I can also use the scroll wheel on the mouse. Okay, just to make things a little bit easier, I'm going to be working in full screen, so I'm going to click full screen here. Okay, now then let's start by drawing a simple square room. So I'm going to go to the Build tab, and I'm going to click and drag my square room, and Homestyler fills the drawing page with that room. So by default, if I go into the 3D view, it gives me a wood floor, simple white walls with white skirting boards. Okay, we place furniture and doors and windows and change the size of our room in 2D, and then we visualize it in 3D. So back to the 2D, the first thing I'm going to do is change the size of this room. Now I'm going to hover over a wall, and you notice that my cursor changes to 2 arrows, and I can click and drag this to the size that I want. So for example, if I wanted this wall to be 10 meters, I get it something like, and then use the arrow keys to nudge it to the size I want. Same again with this one, 10 meters. And it's done. So back to 3D. Now I've got a 10 meter by 10 meter room. Right, I'm going to put some doors and windows in. So back to the home button, doors first. I want an entry door. So let's choose this one. Just going to drag it over, I'll put it somewhere like in the middle, and back, home, and some windows. Just for now, I'll just choose some very simple windows, drag it in, put it in. Now rather than clicking and dragging this over again and again, I'm going to click on the window, and I'm going to click duplicate, and then I'm going to drag that over to where it needs to be. One more time. Click and drag. Let's have a look at that in 3D. Good. So I've got an external door, 4 windows. I want to put an interior wall from here to here and split the room in 2. So I go to the Build menu, Rooms, Walls and Areas, Interior Wall, and I'm going to click and drag that there. And then I'm going to click it again, and I'm going to grab one of those control points and take it over. Let's have a look at that in 3D. I've got my interior wall. I need an interior door. So back to 2D. Doors, interior doors, and I'm going to click and drag and put that in there. Okay, now some of the design considerations that we looked at in lesson 2 were the door width. So I'm going to click on the door, and I'm going to click on Invert and Size. Now here I can change the width to make it wider. So let's make it a bit wider for our wheelchair user. And I can also change the finish. I can change it to black, and I can do that with any component in Homestyler. Let's have a look at changing the wall coverings. So I'm going to select this wall. Again, wall style. I can change the wall colour here. Let's change the paint colour, make it a nice blue. And I can do that with all the walls in my model. If I want to change the flooring, back to 2D, decorate flooring, carpet tile, choose my carpet, drag it in, and it's changed back to 3D. So you can quickly decorate your rooms up. Okay, so I've changed all the wall colours and changed this door to black to be in keeping with the external one. Now I'm going to put another room on the side of this. Back to 2D, and this time I'll choose an L-shaped room, and I'll put it on the side there. I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to drag the walls so they're the same size as this one. Now, Homestyler will automatically snap your wall to an existing wall. You see it snap. Keep everything neat, and you can change dimensions. Again, if you want it accurate, you can use the arrow keys to get it just right. By the way, if you ever want to show the dimensions of your drawing, if you click on this button here, it shows all the dimensions that you've used so far. Okay, now back to 3D. There we go. So that's the basics of laying out a floor plan.